Hi, I'm Derek Palmerville, and welcome back to Home Inspector Bites.
This video is designed to demonstrate a procedure. As a result, we won't be discussing defects or standards of practice, but using this procedure should be more than adequate to meet any standards of practice and find all the defects.
As a new home inspector, you're probably finding yourself bouncing around through the house or bouncing around through different areas of the house trying to develop that process and flow. And I remember it took me about 25 or 30 practice inspections before I really had a good solid flow that I could work with that was time efficient but also effective at finding the defects. Today I'm going to show you how to inspect the kitchen. What I like to do through the kitchen is do the top of the kitchen, the middle of the kitchen, and the bottom of the kitchen. That way I zigzag back and forth in 7 or 8 minutes and I find all the defects and see everything that I need to see. Let's get started.
The reason we start at the sink with hot water is because it takes several minutes for the sinks to fill and for the hot water to arrive at the fixture. Your goal is to fill both sides of the sink to find the leaks in the drain pipes later. Now check the light fixtures and pick a place to sidelight the ceiling. I found many structural and moisture intrusion issues this way that would otherwise be easily overlooked. Making 3 passes through the kitchen only saves you time as long as you're inspecting and testing all the items as you go. Pick a starting point at the top of the kitchen and go in one direction until you've reached the end. Open up each cabinet. Use your flashlight to inspect them. Look underneath the cabinets too. Test any outlets found in the cabinets. Remember to look over your shoulder and keep an eye on the sink. After a couple of minutes, the water temperature should be hot enough to test. Now switch the water to cold, and if the sink is full, move the faucet over to the other side. Once you've gone through the upper cabinets and reached the end of the kitchen, reverse direction and inspect everything from the countertops up to the cabinets. Make sure you turn on all of the burners on the electric stove so they're on at the same time. For gas stoves, light each burner and turn it down to low to ensure the burner stays lit. Inspect the interior of the oven before you turn it on. Both upper and lower heating elements or burners should be operated for a thorough test of the oven. Since they're usually so close, I test the GFCI at each outlet and reset. If the GFCI is in the electrical panel, I test all receptacles first for proper wiring, then trip the GFCI and make sure all the outlets have gone dead. Lift gently on the countertop edges to ensure they're secure. Be gentle though. I've lifted a little too hard a couple of times and watched appliances and phones slide right off the kitchen island. When you've reached the far end of the kitchen, reverse direction again and move down to the lower cabinets. Inspect those the same way you did the upper cabinets. When you get to the dishwasher, open it up, check the soap dispenser lid for functionality, and carefully test the roller trays. If they don't have the stops installed, they'll pull right out and onto the floor, so be careful. Sellers don't particularly care to come home to a kitchen full of broken dishes. Check the agitators for restrictions, inspect the interior for defects, and look at the door seal's condition. Once you've verified it appears operable, run it on a rinse cycle to save time but still look for leaks in proper operation. Keep inspecting the cabinets until you get to the sink. By now, the sink should be full and you should have turned off the water. Pull the drain stoppers, turn on the disposal, and watch underneath with your flashlight for leaks with the disposal running. Once the sink is empty, turn off the disposal. Not all leaks are visible drips, sometimes they're just seepage. So even if you don't see them, you should run a dry hand across the pipes to feel for them. Remember, don't drain the sink until you're ready to inspect it. The water drains out too quickly, and you need to look for leaks while it's draining. Look for other defects and proper connections before closing the cabinet and finish inspecting all the lower cabinets. We didn't show the refrigerator in this demonstration, but be sure to check it according to your standards of practice when you encounter it during your flow through the kitchen. With a little practice, this procedure goes very rapidly and can reduce the amount of time you spend in the kitchen. I hope you learned something today, and if you did, leave a comment below and click subscribe to stay up on future videos where we'll be demonstrating procedures for other areas of the home inspection. I'm Derek Palmerville, and thanks for watching.